Okay, so I've seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and this is the follow-up to the phenomenal hit that was the Super Mario Bros. Movie. While this time we are now entering the galaxy atmosphere of the Mario world, and now Mario and Luigi bring the brother duo with Princess Peach, and now with Rosalina entering the picture. Now we have Bowser Jr. and did this really live up to the hype as the first one did? But I'm gonna let you know right here. So this will be my full and non-spoiler review if this really worked, especially as a sequel and incorporate everything from the Nintendo universe into this sequel. Let's here to find out too. So let's not waste any time. And so if you're new there, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so it's on any future videos. But now let's talk about this movie. And now, for me, I am no stranger to Super Mario. And of course, I played the few games, of course, being like the Super Mario Bros. Game and 3D Land and Mario Kart. But just when it came to now making the Super Mario Bros. Movie and now bringing it into fruition, but with that first movie, and I thought it was a good crowd pleaser. I mean, even though technically with that first movie, it is really not for everyone based on what the target audience is specifically towards that film. And plus, they want to throw every Nintendo reference at them and just to make $1 billion. Because yeah, especially with a movie like the Super Mario Bros. Film, and that introduced us to Mario and Luigi, the Mushroom Kingdom, and Princess Peach, Bowser, and all that stuff. It was a fun, good time, but it's especially reasons why movies like this exist, because they want to throw every part of the Nintendo universe right at our faces, just to please the audience. But now, when it comes to the Super Mario Galaxy film, and to follow up for what the first film did, and I just think generally right away, I think it is a nice improvement. I think for so many reasons, and even with like points that I'm about to get into, and I do think that it is a bit better than the first, but there are still some problems and issues. But technically, if you are a big-time Nintendo or a big-time Mario fan, if you played all the games growing up, you'll definitely see it for what I'm talking about, because there are many Nintendo references, and especially Easter eggs and callbacks from the Mario games incorporated straight into this film. Like that, what you should really set your expectation into, because I think with my experience, I thoroughly enjoyed it. For how they want to improve on the story, on the characters, and how they are completely developed, how they share their dynamic and the chemistry, what kind of worlds do we explore. And I think with Super Mario Galaxy, that is based on the game, but now incorporated into this Mario universe, and that is now wanting to expand on it even more, and that's what this movie actually does. Even though I could tell right away, straight off the bat, yeah, I mean, even though the pacing at times was sort of like going like out of nowhere, like going all over the place and not knowing for where it was heading, but it was very trying to tell a very specific point, and that is with getting introduced to Rosalina that gets kidnapped by Bowser Jr. and now that it's up to him to reunite with his father to take over the world, and now with Mario and Luigi, they're put up to a much more bigger task, and this time they have Yoshi along with them. And I think just how they showcase this big film, and the fact that they even turned this into a sequel to follow up with the first Mario movie, and I think it is definitely impressive. I think from the animation and just how they were able to improve things a bit better, that's what I generally like. Now, even though I have not played all the Mario games, so I'm not like a big time fan, but I have my awareness just for when it comes to the big name from Nintendo called Mario. But if you are like a big time fan, and I think with every Nintendo and Mario fan that has ever played the games, you'll definitely have your good enjoyment, and I think this is definitely aimed towards a younger audience, but it is fun for adults too. To me, it was just okay. It was just like going at like a lightning fast rate. I mean, even though it's like not, I mean, it doesn't even know when to stop. It's just a galore fan fest. And I also want to add, we get new stuff introduced into the Mario world, or should I say, with this movie in particular. And I think what they are trying to set up, but I won't get into any spoilers, but they do set up like a big things, and I'd say the like third act, like how they're wanting to expand this even further, because the first Mario movie was a massive hit, but now with the Super Mario Galaxy movie, it does more big things to even just excite us like even more, and I was completely invested into that. Of course, I definitely want them to expand on the universe, and I think they're going to continue making these movies, incorporating every character from the Mario world, especially from Nintendo, into like, and build this out like a little franchise. And I think what they do like towards the end, and I think it's pretty dang cool. I also want to point out Fox McCloud, played by Glenn Powell, and I get that when he was revealed in the marketing, and we all thought it was a spoiler, and they did give away his cameo as part of it, but it didn't take away my enjoyment or excitement for it. It got me excited, just for how he plays into like one of the main character roles, how he really plays a big part, and I love for not just that he has a small role, just like a quick few seconds of screen time as a cameo, but he actually interacts with Mario and Luigi pretty well. He actually plays a big role into helping them, defeat Bowser Jr. and just with everything that his character is incorporated into. And of course, I'm pretty sure with every Mario fan, they'll and also, if you played every game that Nintendo has put out, you'll definitely see how Fox McCloud is unveiled and what's the history behind Star Fox. And I think it is pretty cool, but I just definitely like that they added him in there. But I would have been surprised if they didn't show him as part of the marketing, but I did like it either way. But I just want to point out, from beginning, middle, and end, it is pure enjoyment for every Nintendo and Mario fan to go out and see, and I think it'll definitely be a fun time. There is humor and lots of gags that there and there, stuff to like laugh so hard at, and each character, I think it has improved from the first, and I think Mario and Luigi definitely handled that brother and duo as they did like from the first movie just very well, and it carries more of that centric dynamic from how Chris Pratt is able to lend his voice to Mario like every single time he brings his performance, and I think it is very good. And also, I generally do like the dynamic between Bowser and Bowser Jr., because especially in the games that they are related, they are father and son, and I just think that goes on for pretty well for a decent amount of time. But even at some points, like, it doesn't even let like the scenes breathe to really work at like the storytelling standpoint, like, if you know what I mean. But again, it is a fast-paced at like a lightning speed, and I think once every Nintendo callback and all the stuff that's thrown right at you, you'll get it like right away. But even though I haven't played all the Nintendo games, so even though I was sort of confused in my mind. And I also want to point out, just as with Yoshi, and the fact that, yeah, Donald Glover voices this character, but he is an important part of the Mario universe, specifically in the Mario games. And I think, or how he's handled such a cute little creature alongside Mario and Luigi. He is an iconic part of the whole atmosphere. He is the main character, and I think just as the story goes along, and I think you'll definitely enjoy it for what it is, and I think for how the final act goes down, for how it all resolves, and I think it's a very good Mario adventure just into the Super Mario Galaxy world that is incorporated into a grand, just a fun, good time adventure that I think you'll definitely enjoy. And if you are like just a hardcore fan that has played all of these games, you'll definitely get all of these references. But like to me, I think there are some quite a bit of issues, and so much like there are flaws. And even with these movies, they're specifically not for everyone. But if you do have an enjoyment with these movies, good. That's just your opinion, but for me, I liked it, but even though it is an improvement, but at the same time, it is just for a pure enjoyment. And yeah, these movies are genuine money makers, and I think you'll definitely be excited for what they set up, not only towards the end, but with the 2 post-credit scenes. But generally, the post-credit scene at the very end definitely tease something that is very much coming to build this cinematic Mario Nintendo universe even further. But again, I won't get into any spoilers, but they are adding new characters from the game. Yeah, that's all I'll say from there. So yeah, just in general, I thought this was a very nice sequel, and the fact that they even named this Super Mario Galaxy movie the sequel to the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and I think it is a genuine good time, and every bit of it generally had my interest, and I think I was invested into some bits of the storyline that they want to touch upon, like sometimes the heart and the dynamic, and even though the animation and everything that is incorporated from the games, including Super Mario Galaxy, is well done. But when it comes to the story and the characters and everything that goes on, it's just Nintendo Mario madness galore. And I think that's all I'll say. But to me, it's just pure fun. And trust me, there were times where I could not stop laughing. I just think even though it fails to live up to actual a storytelling, but it is a genuine good time, even for little kids to be sat in front of. And I think people will definitely point out these Easter eggs and all of these references and callbacks. Oh, this, oh, just right away. And I think, yeah, that will definitely please a lot of people. So yeah, my final thoughts, the Super Mario Galaxy movie was sort of good. It was a good sequel, but I generally don't think it's for everyone. But if you enjoyed the first movie, you'll definitely get a good enjoyment out of this, and I think you'll be definitely excited by the end for what they are really setting up with this Mario cinematic universe, just from what they introduced towards towards the post-credits scene. Yeah, that you should definitely stay for. It should get you very excited. And yeah, I think this universe will continue to keep expanding, and I think, yeah, something is definitely along the way. But yeah, I liked it, but yeah, I did not love it. But I hope you all enjoy as much as I did. But that's gonna do it for this video. Just let me know down below, and if you've seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and if you haven't seen it, also give me a rating between 1 out of 10 if you did see it. But let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to notifications for future videos. Also follow all my social medias all linked down below. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.